I'm Laris Hutton, a retired military attorney, licensed North Carolina lawyer, and the CEO of Linchpin Property Management. A problem facing landlords not only in Fayetteville, North Carolina, but across the country is how to collect rent from tenants during the coronavirus. It doesn't matter your opinion on how the government is handling the situation, that is immaterial at this point. What matters is protecting your real estate assets. Your concern as a property investor is how to collect rent during and after this pandemic. These challenges, to a certain extent, should have been anticipated and addressed by your property management company prior to the economic impact we are now seeing. Although property management companies in Fayetteville could not necessarily have anticipated tenants being unable to pay their rent on this scale, contingency plans should have been implemented long before based on possible and likely economic scenarios which could impact a landlord's ability to collect rent. The economic impact created by the coronavirus most certainly is reminiscent of an economic recession or depression. The coronavirus is merely a trigger mechanism. A contingency plan focusing on mitigating a landlord's financial loss should always be in place, regardless of what event triggered it. For landlords in Fayetteville that are represented by a property management company, a detailed plan of action should have been given to landlords explaining exactly how the property management company planned on ensuring that the landlord will still be able to collect rental income and thus be able to pay their mortgage and protect their real estate investment. Additionally, property management companies in Fayetteville should provide landlords with a way ahead as to the foreseen economic impact, how the economic factors would impact the landlord's ability to collect rents, a reasonable course of action for the landlord, including the sale of the landlord's property being managed in the event the landlord was unable to meet their financial obligation or responsibilities. No more apparent than now, it is evident that most property management companies in Fayetteville have failed to a great extent to protect landlords and also to protect tenants. While the property management company's duty is to protect the landlord's investment, implicit in that duty is the property management company's duty to ensure that a tenant is also satisfied. A satisfied tenant equates to a tenant that stays longer, thus providing the landlord with a steady, reliable stream of income. In other words, any pro-offer plan must consider both the landlord and the tenant. Both are stakeholders in the landlord's success. To this end, we have developed a guide to assist landlords in Fayetteville with collecting rent during and after the coronavirus crisis. This guide was created by the Linchpin Property Management executive staff, is a capstone of over 35 years of legal and real estate experience, and was created with the purpose of assisting individual landlords in recovering and mitigating economic losses occurring as a result of the current pandemic. The landlord in Fayetteville, North Carolina will be able to use this guide to develop a modified rental payment structure that doesn't alleviate obligations under the lease, develop a mechanism to keep constant lines of communication open with the tenant, allow the tenant to regain a feeling of self-worth during this process, prepare for an eviction proceeding if one becomes necessary, and increase tenant retention after the coronavirus by way of coming to a mutually agreeable compromise. While we know this may be a band-aid to an otherwise large wound, assisting landlords in mitigating any financial loss suffered by the coronavirus through collecting rent during and after is our primary concern. As you were reading the guide, we will view each landlord as a small business, and what we will find is that after the full weight of this pandemic has run its course in Fayetteville, there will be many landlords and small businesses that will fail. Large businesses will survive, but it is incumbent upon us all as much as possible to assist the landlord and small business owner. This guide was made with our Fayetteville property management clients in mind, as well as you, the individual landlord who manages your own property. You can download the copy of your guide for free in the link below or in our bio. While the guide is not a complete reflection of all of the means and methods available to you, we hope that it will put you on the path towards recovering some of your financial losses. As always, if you have any questions or need help figuring out how to use the guide for your property management, please feel free to contact us. We are here to help you in this time.